And even as Britain is mulling its next move over the detained oil tanker, the United States has accused Iran of escalatory violence. The President Donald Trump has said that he'll be speaking to a great ally about the latest crisis, even though it's not clear as to what action the United States may take.
Well, as you know, we have a very close alliance with the UK, and we always have. We heard that. The United States has very few tankers going in because we're using our own energy now. We've made a lot of progress over the last 2.5 years. So we don't have very many tankers going in, but we have a lot of ships there that are warships. And we'll talk to the UK, and we have no written agreement, but we have an agreement. They've been a very great ally of ours.
Now, the U.S. Defense Secretary, meanwhile, has authorized the deployment of U.S. military personnel and resources to Saudi Arabia to counter the emerging credible threats, according to a statement released by the Pentagon. Now, Saudi Arabia has not hosted the United States forces since 2003, when they had withdrawn following the end of the war with Iraq. Now, the U.S. presence in Saudi Arabia lasted 12 years, starting with Operation Desert Storm back in the year 1991, when Iraq had invaded Kuwait. Now, the crisis in the Gulf region, and especially the oil artery of the world of the Strait of Hormuz, has been steadily rising over the last couple of months after the Trump administration, remember, had unilaterally, of course, withdrawn from the 2015 nuclear deal. Now, despite the heightening tension since the U.S. withdrawal from the deal and Iran defiantly breaching its nuclear deal obligations, Trump has said that the crisis will end nicely, though Iran, at this point of time, is appearing to be pretty stubborn.
And Iran is going to work out very nicely. Iran is showing their colors, going to work out very nicely. Iran is in big trouble right now. Their economy is crashing. It's coming to a crash. They're trying to bring soldiers back home because they can't pay them. A lot of bad things are happening to them. And it's very easy to straighten out, or it's very easy for us to make it a lot worse.
Now, on Friday, U.S. President Donald Trump seemingly was quite clear to try and substantiate his claim of making things worse for Iran by reiterating the U.S. claim on having shot down an Iranian drone. Now, Donald Trump had also earlier claimed that he had called off a strike against Iran at pretty much the last minute after Tehran had shot down an American unmanned drone.
No doubt about it. No, we shot it down, and of course I'm sitting here behind the desk in the Oval Office. But John, tell me please, John Bolton, you're there.
And of course the impact of the growing tensions in the Gulf region was also felt in the U.S. markets, where the oil-linked equities rose on account of the rising oil prices. But other stocks fell after the seizure of the British oil tanker, eventually leading the U.S. markets to close in the red on Friday.